How we going, guys? It's Hoops here with another video, and today we're out in Jarrahdale. So this is the POW camp. It's actually the W20. If you look that up, you'll find that that's the number for this camp. So this one, I'll give you a quick brief of what it was about. 220 Italian prisoner of war prisoners, well, workers. So this is the W's a workers camp. So this was actually a working camp where they would every day they would cut timber and things like that for all the places around. Most of the other camps used to be all agricultural ones, so they would be helping out in farming, but this one was particularly made for just the timber industry, and this one was for all the troubled Italian prisoners of war people. So if they were a little bit mischief, they would come here and they were sent to work here. We're going to go for a bit of a walk around the camp, but this was 1944 to 46 that it was open, and like I said, had about 220 odd people that would be housed in all these. So we're going to show you some of the ruins. There's not much left here. All the houses are pretty much gone, but you'll see a few concrete slabs, a few of the all the other bits and pieces. But anyway, we're going to show you a bit around, and we'll see you pretty shortly.
Welcome to Hooper's Mayhem, if that's your wish. You will see him try very hard to catch important fish. He will swing a detector around and round. He will find all kinds of treasures on the ground. He loves the caves, he loves the things, he loves just doing everything. To runs and smoking meat. He's a meat smoker that can't be beat. It's Hooper's Mayhem, Hooper's Mayhem, lots of mayhem, really mayhem, a mayhem, Hooper's Mayhem. Oh, won't you just, oh, you subscribe, just subscribe. Please, I just want someone to subscribe. All my family have subscribed, and I need someone I don't know who'll subscribe. Subscribe. Love it. Subscribe.
All right, here's what remains of the front gate entrance. So it was the two poles, and then obviously that pole there went across the top, and apparently you can still see some carvings in here, but there's obviously carvings from a whole bunch of other people putting their own spin to it. But yeah, this is where all entrances to these POW camps had pretty much this sort of stuff. So would have been, yeah, like a road, come through there, come straight in here. And this is obviously out here is where the parade ground was. Nice big flat area. They would have all stand out in their parade every morning, more than likely. So yeah, we're going to go, like I said, for a bit of a walk and go and see if we can find some of the ruins. Alright, so the sign was broken, so I managed to piece it back together. But this one here is the POW World War II kitchen area. If that's the kitchen area, then they had a really tiny kitchen. I don't know, but that's a little tiny concrete pad. That's out here, and that's the only way you can tell it was something there. Was, well, what it was is because of that broken little thing. There we go. So we've got, like, I don't know, maybe some sort of a drain just there. And then we got the grease trap, so obviously it would go through stages like that to filter out, and then you can actually see still in the thing there, yeah, the hole, yeah, and you see the drain that they would have had running out behind it as well. So that's all part of the camp kitchen. So this whole area is obviously the kitchen. We're coming up to another area here. Once again, someone's taken the signs, broken them.
This is really cool looking.
Yeah, it's another big concrete pad. This could have been the dining mess or whatever like that. You see the old brickworks as well. SB, and yeah, that's the Southern Brickwork Company. That's around this area. So they would have made these old bricks for this whole thing. See, they would have had some rather large posts right there as well. Same up the other end. Another concrete pad, another drain. Right, here we are. This one here is the wash house. So it's quite a large concrete slab with some divider walls that would have once stood here a long time ago. A couple drains. Very, very big pad. You can see the steel they used. So this was actually built probably about four or so years before the actual prisoner of war camp occupants came and stayed here. So there actually was a training camp for army, but then they converted it into the POW camp once the this African campaign took place, and they gathered up a whole bunch of Italian prisoner of war people, and they sent them over here. So yeah, this was built prior to them actually turning it into a camp, but we'll show you around. Okay, now we're at the power camp, which is right next to the wash house. So you would have seen these, would have had the big generators and motors sitting on them, probably diesel, more than likely, diesel engines. No idea, but drains and other bits and pieces. So, yep, very cool. An old bottle just sitting here, look.
It's not an old bottle because it says recyclable.
Oh, yeah, it's recyclable. There's still people leaving their rubbish here. Good on you guys. Pick up your crap. We'll bring it with us. Anyway, that's the powerhouse. We'll walk on a bit further up the track. Now, this one could tell some stories. I'm pretty sure there would have been some nice times sitting around this, but this was the commandments area. So this would have been obviously their station or their house, or maybe where they organised everything for the day, but this is all that's left. You can see by the size of that how big the property that was surrounding this would have been, and now, as you can see, everything has just been overrun by the bush, just been taken over. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Old fireplace. Look at the brickwork in it, babe. Come have a look at the brickwork around here.
I just don't want to get in the way of your video.
No, you're right. Look how it's all. I don't know.
It's pretty cool.
They've cemented that and then just drew those. I'm going to show you that. So this is all cemented up at one stage, and then they've drawn the lines to give it that.
Originally did that, or?
I'm not sure. I'd say so. It looks like pretty old cement. So yeah, I'd say that's how they've done it. They've just made it look like it. Even the back, it's all done like that. Such a shame, isn't it? Like, I mean, it's great that the bush is back the way it probably was originally before this is here, but it's such a shame that this is the only thing left. How cool it would have been to have the actual perimeter, so you could see how big this was. It would have gone off through the bush, all through here, and being that there's a powerhouse there and the wash house and all the rest of it, you know, this would have been a central place for them all to be. So very cool. Let's see what else we can find. All right, there we go. So another grease trap. You can see the outlet there, and then obviously the water will run through. And you can see down here, here's the pipe coming in. It's all clay pipes, so these clay pipes would have run all through here. They would have all been dug by hand, more than likely. And yeah, clay pipe in, clay pipe out. Obviously, like I said, water would come in through here, fill up this section. Most of the stuff would settle down there, then it would run over into this section, settle into this section, settle into this section, and then by the time it got to here, it'd be pretty clean sort of water, and then would dissipate through the thing. And then someone's job would be to come in here, take the lid off, and scoop out all the grease and crap that was in there. Alright, so up there was the kitchen and the wash area and that, and they would have had this massive drain that come running through here, which you can sort of just see the divot, and comes down into another little pit that they would have probably had to clean out at one stage, and then a main pit area. So this one's all fairly dug out, a pretty substantial sized pit, and there must have been some sort of maybe building around it, or maybe they used all these bricks, because you'll see there's tons of bricks just lying around. So maybe it was what formed up around it, so it kept it all nice and neat, or it might have been part of the pit, or these bricks have just been brought over here from the buildings that were all over there before, but who knows. But anyway, massive big pit area here. Well, there we go, just off the side. This is just a culvert, but you can see that's the clay pipe that I was talking about, and it was all cement jointed, so anywhere it met another pipe, they'd have what they call a bell end, which would go over the outside, and then they'd stuff it full of concrete just to seal it up. So that's a bell end right there. So this is the bigger piece that slides over the smaller bits. And yeah, like I said, there's an old metal culvert, and no idea why they've got holes gas axed out of them. Not sure exactly what's going on there, but yeah, it's a pretty big pipe. All right, so this track we're on here, which leads past it, this is the munda biddi track. So that travels for miles. You go back in this direction behind me, takes you back towards Dwellingup. So yeah, it's a big track here in West Australia, munda biddi track, and it's part of, basically comes straight past the Jarrahdale POW campsite. So we're not gonna walk down there, because basically there's nothing for Ks. What we do is we'll head back here and just have another little bit of look at the at all the trees and a few other little bits and pieces, see if we can find some cool stuff, and then yeah, we're gonna close the video off. All right, here we go. We're on the other side, so the POW camps that side. This side here is actually even older, and it was around the 1890s. They actually made this one into a massive big timber mill. So out through here was a mill and all the rest of it. So this one here is a well. As you can see, it's all been barricaded up so no one goes down inside it, but you can see there a bit of a dugout and a well, and there's the actual timber well itself. It's all been shored up, and it's, yes, like that's the reason why you can't come down these, because they're pretty dangerous, and all old timbers. Yeah, and it's very deep, and there's water in it, so that's crazy. And there's another one which they've barricaded up just over here also, so we're going to check that out. Yeah, the actual the camp, like I said, the POW camp, you can't really see much. Like, you got a few concrete pads, the boilers, all those sorts of things where the generators were, but the camps alone had obviously 220 people, so there's not much signs of those people around there anymore, because their camps, like their actual rooms, were a 2-man room, so they had 2 little beds in it, and it was a dirt floor and just wood walls and roof over the top of them. So they weren't exactly the most luxurious of accommodation, but that's what they got. So basically a big fire's been through here that would have more than likely a long time ago wiped out all of it, or had been taken apart, whatever, I don't know. But there's no sign of any of the camps whatsoever there anymore. Like I said, it's just mainly the concrete pads, so there's not, yeah, literally you could walk around there for hours and nothing, you'd find absolutely nothing. But yeah, we're going to show you now. This is one of the wells on the other side. It's another one that you can see, not as deep, but it would obviously go down quite a substantial way, but it's just now full of debris. So yeah, that's it. Cool. All right, so all of these trees out here too, a lot of these trees, you'll see one right in the distance there and a few around, but this one's marked. This one's marked on the tree here. You can see a V, I'm guessing that is, or VA, and then you actually have a number. So these would have all been recorded at one stage as a survey mark. Very cool. Alrighty guys, there we go. That's like I said, the POW camp here in Jarrahdale. So if you want to come and check it out, like I said, it's on Balmoral Road. It's easy to find. You just come through Jarrahdale. It's about 11 k's out of town, gravel road, and any car can get down here. It's pretty easy. And as you see, the weather out here is pretty ordinary today, but it actually, I think it works in our favour. All the trees are, you know, nice and green, and it just looks really nice. So anyway, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, go and hit that subscribe button. I've got tons of different videos. You'll see all kinds of stuff, from fishing to all this sort of stuff that we're doing here, metal detecting, all kinds of stuff. So if you like that sort of stuff, like I said, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and also give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and come and check us out. And yeah, we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out, stay moist.